away from it. Melodic Tick's doing a little bit of damage, but not enough. And now the Mirana needs to get out of there. Totally out of leap charges. And a good rotation coming out from the Grimstroke will be able to protect. Oh, the Icarus died though. MSS looking over at this Witch Doctor. Get some hit. Are they going to be able to get the kill? Looks like they'll be able to take down Pedrolos. And no, MSS stands his ground. It's going to get taken down. Analog also got its dancing shoes on though. Looks like he's going to survive. And now SVG needs to be careful. That's a lot of damage coming out from all those trees. But with Quinn returning to the lane, I don't think you're going to pursue this.
No, in fact, Quinn might just die.
Quinn might just die. Yeah, I was about to say.
Thinks better of it. Not under the tier 1. Not when TPs are off cooldown on some heroes. Actually, no. Underlord doesn't have a town portal skill. I think it's just the Slark.
Perhaps he just doesn't want to just get it this time. But SVG in the bottom here. Land the ink swell over to Analog. Still has plenty of those trees. The uphill mischance though. Analog now might become. Yeah, he's gonna get taken down here by Quinn. A nice easy pick off. Void Spirit.
Anything to speed up his game is wonderful right now. Did get slowed down a little bit. That was a super nice rotation by the Radiant team. Unfortunately, it didn't do enough. Again, that's what they needed to happen though. And they need him to waste the, well, not waste, use Dissimulate aggressively onto the Nature's Prophet in order to stop him dodging the arrows, the cast, and all that stuff. And that's what he did. But they didn't quite find the damage to lock him down.
Maybe they're thinking about going, yep, they're gonna go right on in here. First stun being thrown out, second stun, the damage from Starfall, and of course Firestorm. That is one toasty bird.
Quinn is on his
Quinn?
way, but they have vision of him. They chasing him the whole way there.
They still seem like they want to go in. Yeah, look at this. Lella's going to be able to join in the fight, although they take down the Witch Doctor too fast. They're not going to get any dual damage out of that.
He can't be stopped.
It's too powerful.
Says the Legion Commander, you're too slow. Should have got there quicker.
Can't help that he's so... Oh? They have good vision over here, thanks to this ward. That's the Mirana standing there, but... Seems like they've changed their mind here. Arms is only level 5. They want to go for too hard of a dive here, although... Standing on the high ground, gets Arms. Out. Plenty of damage here. Arrow's gonna get thrown out. Act.
Discipline, thinks better of it. Does have 2 Astral Step charges, but diving tier 2 at this point in the game is a little bit risky. Might not even be worth the amount of HP and mana it'll cost you. Although, it does actually have a regen room. Not a lot can go wrong there, so take the safer play.
It is like so fun to watch these players as they mature, right? Because like back in the day, old Quinn would have just gone for it. No questions asked. He would have just been in there to win it. Duel's gonna come out over here on the Witch Doctor. He is gonna be a victory for Lelis. Talked about him being very active early, living up to that expectation. Little tower sitting very, very low. I would not be surprised if they tried to take this down.
Yep.
Quickly on the side of Quincy Crew. It is the most important tower. Lelis. Wrath of Nature will connect. Tossed out. Just sidesteps it, picks up the rune very happily. Collects the other one in the...
So, Nature's Prophet manages to take the top tower just before the runes get spawned. And Hijack now trying to sit in front of this one. I'm not sure if he's taking enough.
Arms. That's what we were talking about, Neth. Back that this Leshreck, he's too powerful. He's good against this large pick. But in the middle lane, Hijack, he's a big tanky boy. There's the Orchid coming out though from Analog. Are they going to be able to finish him off? No, it doesn't look like it just yet. They'll be able to take down Hijack. This egg will go and pop, out stunning anybody else on the side of Vira-Lata.
Yeah, I mean...
Egg down. They might want to go back in. They still have the soul bind up, but...
Fakes it out a couple of times and finally throws it. Nice.
Party has been handled.
SVG's not happy about that one.
The rest of the team trying to defend this mid tower.
I mean, the mid tower, we talk about a lot how important it is and how much information it gives you of what the enemy team wants to do. Because whenever it's shoved in at that point, the enemies aren't farming it out. Once it's past your river, you know that they're trying to make a move on you on the map, or they're smoke ganking, or they're taking Roshan. They're just doing something.
Under attack. Radiant's top tower
It's
is
good on
under
them to
attack.
defend that one.
I feel like the Vira-Lata draft
Radiant's
needs to be more aggressive, but they feel like they're a bit behind here. No.
Yeah.
They're their best course of action, right?
They had it before. They were just sitting the Underlord in front of this tier 1 or beside it. He did have a pretty slow game, and he died well underneath that tier 1 just a minute ago because of that. But I don't think your course changes. The more towers you lose, the more control of the map you lose. With Nature's Prophet, you should just be taking advantage of constantly shoving in lanes. As soon as you're farming the jungle like this, especially while you see the enemies, and they definitely see the enemies right now, you're not playing properly.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Courier? Definitely feels like they're just trying to dodge fights at this point.
Like you said, they need to be playing aggressive. They can use their Underlord like the big guy to sit in front of towers, or stall out for long enough for everyone to see in. But Nature's Prophet needs to be shoving these lanes. They're so afraid to be wild at this part. I'm so afraid of being commander elsewhere. Just like being able to run in at them, duel, blade mail, kill them dead. It feels so weird to watch a Nature's Prophet farm the jungle, or anyone to be farming the jungle in this patch.
This feels a bit strange to me too, because TGAR went for a safer build. He's got, you know, the Yules for a defensive item. He knows that the cricket's going to get picked up on Nature's Prophet as soon as possible, but he's still so powerful, and they're not punishing him for it. Analog, oh. Well, he was there. Not anymore.
No. They're invading your jungle now. They don't really care about lanes. I mean, they know that this tier 1 tower doesn't really matter when you're playing against the raided, so they're not taking that one. I mean, they control your area of the map now. All you can really do is try and split push lanes, maybe farm the enemy jungle, but even then, like, Lelis is making sure that's under control. They don't need Lelis to be part of these fights yet. He can just kind of keep his jungle in the top lane checked.
Under attack.
Look how fast
I just feel like
melts.
Yeah. Quincy is doing a fabulous job of being able to portion up the map. Way that, you know, you've got TGAR, he's doing his own thing. He hasn't had to leave this area. Like, he's just had the time of his life. It looks like they are going to try to make something happen though onto Lelis. Sunray coming out. They do have the blade mail. Lelis tries a little bit longer, but is eventually going to get taken out, but they'll end up losing Analog. SVG's here, they're trying to take that down, be able to take down the egg.
Yeah, kitty.
They do manage to get something out of that, and that's 400 XP going in the favor of the Caramel dogs here. 400 gold.
The old Scepter coming out, a bit more time, but he is all alone, and that is a 4-man rotation to the bottom lane, so they'll finally slay TGAR.
See if they're able to get anything out of this. Again, one of the bad things about taking these fights on your side of the map, we're so far away from the objective with that. They're not going to be able to get that down. They're probably not going to be able to push any tier 1 towers. Lelis.
Yep, they walked right into Quinn with a double damage. SVG threw out a little bit more, and then I'm surprised they didn't go for the looks like Hijack might be next on the list. That Remnant pulling him right back in again. Sunray's gonna come out from MSS. Again, does that percentage base damage, but like they'll back off for now.
I mean, you think you're safe on the map as a, I don't know, when you just killed 3 of the heroes on Quincy crew, but going on that double damage is very scary.
I admit nothing but
been having a great game.
that you're gone.
Yeah, sitting at second on the network chart, 6.2k. I mean, Nature's Prophet is keeping up decently, but you'd normally expect to see Nature's Prophet a little bit more further ahead, just his ability to teleport around the map and farm it out with Rapid Nature.
Oh! Quinn walks right into that arrow in the mid lane. They're trying to keep him alive, but this Pit of Malice is holding him in place. Analog TPing in, was hoping that he could maybe catch Quinn, who's going to be able to go bottle himself up and end his room. Very happy with that.
Is he going to bring in himself to full with this. I'm actually surprised Quinn has gone for this build. I think he just feels like he's winning hard enough to go straight Aghanim Scepter. Hasn't gone duels to do with his Orchid. I thought that was something he would do.
He hasn't died once.
Yeah,
I think he just feels
that.
Yeah, I think he just feels like, you know, I haven't run into any problems. There've been a couple close scrapes, but nothing that can't handle. We saw that you are actually, you know, he did go for the scepter as well, and he's got ganked once, but
I guess you're just going to need that the Aghanim Scepter on that side, the double leap, to be able to get on top of Quinn, or at least the Nature's Prophet to sit up with that Orchid first. Unfortunately, I think he was a little bit busy at the time.
said they're playing too afraid. It almost feels like Dr. Caramelo. We have not seen Analog step into a lane in quite a while. So, we'll run into two of this year. So immediately they'll leap for it, but Lelis, he's looking for it. He's going to be able to get the duel off over onto Analog, and that's a dead Nature's Prophet. Are they going to be able to go for anything else? No, they'll back off.
Friends, let us skirmish.
No dust on the commander, unfortunately. Phoenix was hearing something. Did have the dive available, but again, playing a little bit too far forward. Just on objectives right now, especially with how fast you can bring them down with his Diabolic Edict. Tower.
Thanks.
Shout out to our observer.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Shout out to Pythian, giving us the best doodles. I feel like we haven't seen you far. I mean, we can look at his score right now, 2-1-1, and obviously, you know, kills are not the objective of this game, but it definitely feels like he's just been allowed to play a totally separate game from the rest of his team. He has no fear for the most part. It does take 4 heroes to take him down generally, and he's just allowed to do whatever he wants this game.
He's playing Civ while everyone else is playing Dota.
He's strewn on Quinn. He's looking, but quite grab anyone yet anyways.
I mean, they're doing a decent job of keeping this tier 2 tower up. As much as they want to push this, so they have to be a little bit careful. I mean, you're choking at the enemies, you're farming up the map. I think you need, like you said, to be a little bit tankier on Leshrac before he's ready to come in and fight. If he has a little bit more max HP and then a little bit of spell lifesteal, I think he'll be able to take it. But till then, he just gets blown up, even with the advantage they have right now.
Right now, I feel like they're firmly in the driving seat. This map belongs to them. They've got all the space. It's almost impossible for some of these guys to even show up instantly. He knows that he just really can't do anything against TGAR. Like, that was one of the whole ideas, was that, you know, you get this fast Orchid, you make things happen, but he knows he can't.
Even faster yourself. Mid lane.
Yep, over here. Nice stop here. Be able to go. They'll turn it back around. It's not enough damage really to take down Quinn, but we're on the top lane. Looks like they have managed to find another duel, and that's going to be Cafretado taken down. Who's coming up?
Dr. manages to sneak away, but again, they're in their face right now.
Arms. What are you thinking, buddy? Why didn't you stick around there? They're going to be able to go. They take down the Witch Doctor. They're looking for arms, and they'll find him. That was far too greedy.
Skirmish.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Here you go, right beside the tier 2. Set that up for them. Take that one down. I don't think they'll be able to take the tier 2. Oh, they forged the last second here. That does open up the tier 3s potentially. I don't know about that.
Oh, it's a good arrow though coming out from Cafretado, but it's not enough damage with his final little Starstorm coming through, and now Yawar, he's forced to run away. Phoenix throwing out that Sunny D though, keeping him alive.
He gets the
Faceless.
Radiant's
Analog, okay, alright. Lelis has his Blink Dagger now, so too dangerous for her. He'll be able to take down the Mirana as well. It just kind of feels like they're walking in one by one with bodies right now.
Yeah,
They're looking for the swoop. Nah.
I mean, they needed to start split pushing on the stage's Prophet earlier, I feel. Like, before he was farming the jungle, before we could have kept those lanes shoved. Now we've lost towers all over the place. I'm not sure what you do. They're trying to keep them off of this tier 1, this tier 2 to
top tower is under
make it so
attack.
they can't open up their entire base and get mega creeps right now. I think that's just off the thoughts, but yeah, with the Blink Dagger on this Legion Commander, as long as he just plays top whenever the nature puts up, that he's not going to be a threat anymore.
Let's just picking up a double damage as well. Probably look get a off with SVG if possible. Camps are open. Right track, but it definitely feels right now, Vira-Lata, they're all sticking together. You know that it's too dangerous to be off by themselves, and again, that this is a whole other issue too. That they need to split push, but not safe to anymore. Light Shadow?
See if they realize anything's up. The wall is by
They can
himself.
see you are. They do have a ward here, so they'll be able to take him down, I have a feeling. Yeah, the TPs are coming out, but they cancel it out. Lilith deciding not to go in there. There's too many people, and it's not in the right positions.
So this is going to buy Caramel Dogs a little bit of time. They're not going to be able to do anything with the ward down as far as pushing the base goes, and you don't really have enough to take Rashawn confidently. Right now, split up. Wait for the left track to come back on, or come back to life. I'm not sure what he gets right now just to bulk himself up a little bit more. He might need to finish like a BKB on the left track, but again,
Arms. Saw SVG, he got really excited, but he didn't realize that Quinn was nearby. Lelis in the top though, trying to finish off this duel. Not going to be able to get the damage off. His silence stuff going to be held into place. Tries to pull it off of himself, but he's not going to be able to. He's taken down here. As now Quinn joining in the fight. They spot the Switch Doctor. They want to get a quick pick off if they're able to, and they do manage to kill Switch Doctor, but everyone else grabs the Uber and gets out of the dire side.
so I'd say the trade is probably worth it for them at this point in the game.
Skirmish.
But recap, 2 for 1 there. Actually, a little. The XP was pretty even, but at this point, I think you're happy to have even XP trades. Help bridge that level gap between the teams. Hold a little bit more room with
Still concerned that they have a bit of a damage issue though coming out from the side of the Caramel Dogs.
Yeah, I'm not sure how they solve that. Again, this is what we saw last time when it was had Chris Luck on the Slark. He just
Radiant's top
hadn't
tower is
really
under
been able to
attack.
do anything. They've ruined these Slark's games. They make it so he's like an unfavorable lane matchup. He's not able to do anything in the early levels, and then he just doesn't come online. And these guys are trying to go on left track right now, but left is not able to do anything.
Managed to get the arrow on. Oh, Capricato, he wants it so bad. He's trying to get this kill. There's going to be the leap out, though. They'll follow up with the Yules on the back line. So Lawless finds Analog. He says that's a really cute BKB, but that's not going to protect you, baby. As he gets taken down, quick jumping forward. Soulbind comes out. Witch Doctor will take him down next. Hijack trying to run away. And he's a big chunky boy, but the Sunray does so much damage as you are chases him down. SVG will fall on the back line, so they'll be able to take down Hijack. And now Capricato, he's trying to get out of here. They've got the clumsiness. Lelis, though, chasing after him. They managed to get that charge on him. Dust is just about to wear off. Liam is... Oh, is this too greedy? No, he's going to be able to get out.
He's a god. Simple as.
I wasn't sure if he was going to try to get the denial by Roche or what there.
Too good for that. But they decide they want something out of this. They don't want Roshan, so they go forward. They start pushing the mid lane. So you are building up. I don't think they're ready to end yet. Huh. Bizarre to see.
Sounds surprised.
I am. I thought they'd either take Roshan or try to push the tier 3s there, but I guess they're waiting for a couple more items now. Void Spirit's going for the BKB, same with the Legion Commander. I think they want to get this before they're really ready to buy that.
Oh no, Witch Doctor. This ward providing a lot of nation over.
Yeah, hate to see it.
Or if you're a support perk, I guess. Yeah, that's like the one thing that you do. You either press your buttons real good as a support, or you puts down some pretty awesome wards. So.
Friends, skirmish. Friends.
Bella showing off the T2. Oh, Lilith and MSS. They too are completers of the level 1 labyrinth.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I do enjoy the new voice lines that they. Double damage rune over here. Quinn's about to find it too.
Let us skirmish.
Still a good way from his BKB,
Radiant's top
unfortunately.
tower is under attack.
Are you concerned though? He's only died once the entire time. They've got a way to purge off stuns and whatnot over on Lelis. You got the protection of the sun ray. Kills all of this stuff. I don't know. Lelis is gonna walk into quite a few people though. Immediately the BKB comes out. Quinn nearby throws out the Aether Remnant, tries to buy a little bit more space, but they're running into the rest of the team now. It's gonna be potentially very, very bad for the side of Vira-Lata. Escapado is gonna get taken down. Hijack sitting in the middle of everything right now. Needs Chonky, but not chonky enough. Analog on the back lines though was trying to find more here, and he's gonna try to get out, but they have a Yule. They're gonna be able to go and just burn down this poor Nature's Prophet.
Skirmish.
Nothing you can do. They did get onto the back lines, grab the Phoenix with the Orchid, Slark, and the Nature's Prophet, but unfortunately, that's all they can really get right now. Quinn isn't really an option anymore just due to his Yule Scepter, and the last thing they really wanted to do was take a fight against him while he's got a double damage room, but they forced him into it. And here it goes, now pushing to tier 3.
It just walks right into the base, no cares. Some damage down. Does have to be careful. There are going to be a couple of these heroes coming up fairly soon, but he should be able to get a decent chunk of damage done, especially considering that he does have that double damage. Couple dogs though coming out here. The Yules getting used. Plus the Inkswell will allow him to just escape with an Astral Step. No problem.
He's a little bit low. He goes ahead and dodges all these Maledict kicks that we worry about. But to show that they aren't really ready to push the base yet, they do need those BKBs.
Oh my god.
Regenerate.
What are the odds?
Quinn...
I know you can actually answer this question for me to know the actual odds, but what are the odds?
Quinn gets exactly what rune he needs whenever he needs it. It's just the difference between a good mid player and a bad one.
The battle's up again. Confrontado, quick to jump in, although they managed to get donked several times here. Is he going to be able to make it out alive? Yes, he is. Lelis now has to pile out that BKB, but it's physical damage coming out from the Switch Doctor. As they'll turn back around, they're putting out damage over TGAR. They have to buy a little bit more time. Sunray on the background's coming out from MSS. Now Arms forced to go into the Shadow Dance. TGAR is going to get taken down. Two of the cores on the side of Quincy crew, and the rest of them appear that they want to just leave. Quinn? He's got to get. No, he's not going to be able to, I don't think. Is there enough sun? No, there's just not enough sun to keep Quinn alive, and now they're forced to run away even faster. MSF already using that Icarus dive. It's going to immediately get teleported on by Analog. They'll hold him into place. He's got nothing to save him at this point. Quincy crew perhaps just a little bit too over-eager there.
Off the cliff, but oh my god, that entire play I think was set up by Quinn just going too far in. The Witch Doctor was sitting behind him. You had to have known that the Witch Doctor was there. Allowed that cast to bounce back and forth and stun lock the Legion Commander in Quinn. Couldn't do anything because of that.
That's going to open up Roshan now too for the side of Vira-Lata. That is not what you want to see if you're a Quincy crew fan. But I'm sure I know some Brazilian fans that were very happy after that fight.
We are just like that. Game starts to turn around. It was sitting at what, 95% win probability for Quincy crew. Now we're down to 73%.
The seeds are fought.
Sweet.
Slark finally with a couple of items now.
Oh, he's waiting. He knows Confrontado was going for the rune, and he'll get himself some more damage right there. Didn't get to finish the duel last time. Finishes it now.
So they have a couple more items they need to get before they're ready to push again. I feel they're going to be a little bit discouraged after that last push failed. They lost that team fight. Again, the DKBs are so important right now. Another 550 gold for Quinn. That's correct. I think he wants to finish up the shield before he even goes for that BKP, and yeah, that's exactly what he does. He's sent out to himself right now, so only 600 gold in the bank. It might be a little while before we see them try to close out this game. Again, every minute you don't close out the game is another minute for the enemies to kind of bring it back and stuff.
It's just crazy to me, the idea that, you know, that one fight in particular is really what turned... Quinn hadn't jumped up over to the that duel, it could have gone so much differently.
Smoked up, Moonlight Shadow. They want to go for something. They are playing pretty tight here with these three heroes, but I'm pretty sure they just lose one of the
Don't go
supports.
uphill, don't go uphill, Pedrolos. Position 5s, am I right?
True. We're eager for death.
It's okay, we can save this, right? 'Cause 5.
If we want to die.
What is that line from Predator? I'm here, kill me. That's me when I play. Destruction found by Marana.
Good.
Nice pickup. Maybe give that to Mr. Slark here.
Yeah. Pass it over to him. Slark now has a 10-second BKB. It's going to be a lot harder for Duar to kill him now. It's starting to get more difficult for them. Duar about halfway to his BKB himself now. Quinn does have his, and he got a double damage room bottled. Arcane Rune active. This is the most powerful man you will ever see.
Now everyone just still seems to be dodging fights for the most. Firmly in control for the Quincy crew. But a couple bad fights have really turned this around, so they have to not be as aggressive. It's like they are teleporting down to the bottom area map. Perhaps they're looking smoke or just grab anyone down this bottom line. Although do have arms over here, so
They can grab him.
they can get the jump on him. This is big.
They-
Does have the Aegis, but they don't want it. Look at the line being drawn. Other bodies.
The old wraparound. The enemies are trying to go for them.
Confrontado though. No, smoke doesn't break. Lellis though, he finds him anyways. He says, I will take that, no problem. And they get enough damage out. They'll go right back in. Beautiful egg coming out again from this Phoenix. And they'll turn back around. Analog, he's trying so hard, but he can't take it down fast enough. Arms, he's gonna get stunned up. And he just came right back in again. They have the dust. They're chasing after him. They'll be able to go slow him down just a little bit. Plus the sunray, plus the drag back. That is the Aegis now burnt. The rest of the team standing nearby. They don't have the greatest of lockdown for this guy. He does have the BKB up. He's just gonna have to TP out. That's not how you want to use your 10-second BKB though.
No, and that's going to be on cooldown when they do this base shove right now.
Let us skirmish.
Float's going to be dead. I'm not sure they're going to be able to defend from this. I don't think there's anything they can do now.
They can hit Quinn with an arrow, and that's about it. But again, Lellis having that press the attack. So it's a non-issue. And Arms, Arms is just dead. He has no buyback. That's going to be a dead Marana as well. Quincy crew, their patience wearing off. Or not wearing off, sorry. What's the phrase? Paying off, that's it.
I don't like paying for things either. But that's it. As soon as you have those BKBs finished, I mean, the Slark got caught out of control. Got caught out there. Had to be forced to use his BKB and his Shadow Dance in order to get out there. But because he used those, it just didn't matter. I mean, I think at that point, you're supposed to save up for buyback. The old buyback, go back in there. But once you have all of these items on Quincy Crew, there's just nothing you can do. There's like too much magic damage coming out from them. And again, they tried super hard to focus on that egg. They weren't quite able to get it.
Trying to make another stand here. Witch Doctor using his ultimate. Analogs gets taken down by Lellis. Looked like he was trying to cut the wave or whatnot, but
The game just froze for you?
nope.
Okay. It's been a little bit weird
It's all right.
that update yesterday.
Now they're gonna make the jump again over onto Hijack with the silence, with the egg, everything coming out, and they'll go and they'll buy back on the Nature's Prophet, but we'll end up losing Pedrolos. He's gonna buy back now. They figure, all right, let's give it our best shot. Let's try to get in there. Quinn trying to get out here. BKB's gonna get popped from Arms. They're chasing them back. They're all sitting a little bit low now. As the rest of Vira-Caramelo, they're trying to get this done. All with the soul by though, Analog and Arms. They have to move together. They cannot just try to go in opposite directions. The Sunray is doing so much healing. Are they gonna finally be able to save down? You are no, it's still alive. The Sun AD is too strong. Pedrolos now. He tries with that Buddha restoration. He's not gonna be able to stay alive. The good game gets called.
That guy
And then I get a
so much.
Let us skirmish.
I'm not sure what what to say. They did thousands of damage to him right there.
$1,500 gold. He actually is going to go straight into the pipe here, opting to tank up even more.
Rolling boulder from Zep misses again, but there's the invest bomb, and this time Ohio's in trouble. Roar will come out, they have the magnetize, they get off the silence as well, and Ohio will get right click down. The exorcism will go from Mushi, doing a decent amount of damage to that aggressive. The Borslow comes through, he has no infest, he has the armless toggle, needs to be careful, the spirit siphon coming out, the glimpse back onto aggressive, gets him back in there. They get the grave off in time though, the open wounds will come through, they have the kinetic shield. There's the black hole from the low ground, on to 3, Zep as well as MM1 are gonna get chewed down. 3 dead. Mushi gets a double kill. DJ, are you kidding me, from the low ground?
DJ, God, the crowd here just goes insane as he hits the black hole of his life, and likely could just give this one up. The vision advantage with the Hawk does help, but nope, they're ready. They've actually got a smoke. They can bypass the Hawk with this, but
there's no way they take this in time. Fnatic need to get out. Mushi is going to be stunned by the boulder smash. They're going to come through. Showit looking for Ravage, can't find it. Mushi pops the BKB early. Aggressive blinks in, pops the rage as well. Still has his BKB ready to go. They really want to contest this and take it down as quickly as possible. They get the refresher for Ohio. It's coming out. Double Roar is ready. Can they find a kill off of this? Maybe he's walking up with the Silver Edge. Ohio's going to get caught first. Ravage catches onto 2. Black Hole counter initiation. Static Storm on top. Aggressive is low. They get up to Static Storm. Showit pops the refresher. It's not enough. Maybe he's getting chewed through by mid 1. They get up the Roar. They'll lose 2. They'll lose 3. They buy back on the Tide. He's got another Ravage. They have no buyback on Maybe. What an initiation from DJ.
Secures another kill, and Tongfu is going to continue to push. They're not done. Mech still hasn't even been used. There's a hook. How? Brought all the way back to the base. Cleaned up by the fountain. And waddles his way back to the front lines.
Well, like I said, it does waste time, but they kind of need it. I mean, they need to be able to just eliminate somebody from the fight, very similar to what Mu can do for Tongfu. So if he had been a little bit farther up, he would have been able to throw the hook, but the thing is there was a range creep in the way. There it is, yep.
Banana going for a ride on the Dindy Express. Welcome to the well. He just goes to Tongfu. And now charging back out. Dindy gonna be spotted, and he doomed to Chen. That's a much better choice. Oh, he got him! He got him! Not gonna follow it all the way because we got a battle to watch with Puppy. Trying to get away from it, gonna be telekinesed back. And they will be able to get him as well. There you so a 1-for-1 trade. And wow, Hal is still alive down there. Engagement breakout as Kuro. Oh, there we go. The hook got him. Zhan Xing taking the long ride to Shanghai. Welcome home. Navi down. Can you say mega creeps? Navi, he got him. One more. This is what you call one for the road.
Man, I can't.
The game for IG. Who leads the way? I believe it should be Zoe. They're gonna cut for the shorter path. They storm up the river. Patience from Zoe. Waiting in the wings. Navi's about to be caught. Oh, there's the sleep. The surge. He catches everyone. Oh, this could be a total disaster. Vacuum in. Ravage on everyone. The black hole as well. Light of heaven turns it around. Ravage as well. Stolen by Dendy. Are you kidding me? They turn it around. 4 heroes dead. 4
heroes dead. Chuan trying to survive. Chuan's gonna go down. Puppy talked about the Naga counter. It's Light of Heaven with this BKB. They turn it around. I don't even know how they're gonna do it. Standing ovation from the crowd. The last tower will be going down.
Start the fight with that global and just try to blow up and get on top of that Zeus right away. Get into that backline. I mean, the Rubik and the Zeus are really starting to be quite an issue for them. Chalice
He's in with the opener, straight in with the lasso. The tower will fall, but they'll drag back the Ember Spirit into the torrent. Cut him down with the Tidebringer. He's dead, but on the side. They find Arme. Arme's dead for 60. Still alive at the moment. Oh, the use! The dodge! Anna up into the end, dodging the Echo Slam. Somnus, he's trapped here in the Sprout. OG, they'll slowly punch down the Kuka. The Stolen Vision Jerax sets up onto FY. OG!
So this PL will continue just to BT split push this game out. Get more and more money. And that, for me, is still the biggest problem for Evil Geniuses. Where do you go with this? Fear needs to have that damage-dealing item. But in order to do so, he's got to drop either his TP scroll or sell the Ring of Aquila. And Samel, blink, Dragon Tail stun. Garda's going to be here with the hookshot as well. They're going to fight Samel. The Cogs Burn bought them a little bit of extra time. And with Samel down and no buyback, Roshan is a very, very juicy target here for CDEC.
Yeah, EG are going to know they're going for it though. First of all, it would be pretty obvious from the lane situation, but they also have a good ward around the river area to see that CDEC are moving in there now. I don't think EG are interested in contesting this 4-on-5, but maybe they can delay it long enough for it to be a 5-on-5 if they Ice Blast and Fissure properly. There is no hook shot.
They're all together. PPD, here comes the Ice Blast, ready for the dodge! In from Universe! It's a disaster! CDEC! They're going to get wiped from the face of the earth, apart from aggressive. He'll jump out, but the wombo combo perfectly hits from Evil Geniuses. And now they will take Roshan. Samel is back, they'll get the egg into the Immortal.
OG right behind Arme, gets the jump, finds the Pugner. Vision will not find the stun. Pugner with no buyback. OG, they were really playing with fire. The Hex is out in the Terrorblade. Spectral Haunt looking for the front line attack, but that's why Somnus goes into the back line. The BKB, they're into the back line. Shaker, he's bouncing around. Hawk shot, she stuns on the way through. Is gone. No buybacks available. Have LGD done it? They're holding Anna. Hold him in place. Chalice will find the damage. F5 will die for it. No, really? Anna is actually running away, but it won't stop Arme from blinking up, looking for the tier 3 tower. 2 players left alive for OG. They're the big ones, however. Thompson and Anna on the defense duty. Fortification. It's delayed as much as they possibly can. And now the jump out. Hex, the boy in the bubble. Thompson able to be protected once again. Chalice very, very low on mana. They have a lot, but Arme, he'll change the life with Anna. Thompson needs to be pushed away. Able to do so. FY jumps onto the illusion only, so the hookshot won't be able to connect. But Anna, he needs to retreat. There's so much damage. Anna down. Buyback is available. They still have not taken the mid racks. OG are just trying to delay LGD for the moment. 5 heroes around. The bubble is there protecting the melee racks. Anna, Sunder! Once again, the Sunder switches to life. Arme's back up to full health, but the damage from Thompson, it's good enough to kill off the bait. Buyback is there. Somnus leads forward. They just keep bunching them around, but they're still battling from inside the bubble. Pugner will come to the world living LGD. They're going for the GG push. They're going up the tier 4 towers. OG, they have to hold the line. They have the numbers. 7 from the side with the Dagon Arme, but no! Sunder is back up. It is there. Chalice will fall. They lose the Enchantress. FY pushing around Anna. He's so low. Can they get the die back on him? You bet your Nelly they can. Arme still very, very low. The blast will kill him off. But buyback. LGD want this now. LGD, or can they? Backing up? No, they're not. Terrorblade. BT's forward. The ball is up. Thompson needs to defend. X-Nova very visible. You've got a very, very low life Marana. But OG, they can't find the target. X-Nova, he's got the grip. He's got the control. He's got the kill. Thompson is down, but ES is up. Where the Echo Slam. Oh, there it is. Forward. There's your slam. There's the dunk. There's the play. Jirax, the savior of OG.
1,500 gold. He actually is going to go straight into the pipe here. Opting to tank up even more.
Rolling boulder from Seth misses again, but there's the invest bomb, and this time Ohio's in trouble. Roar will come out, they have the magnetize, they get off the silence as well, and Ohio will get right click down. The exorcism will go from Mushi, doing a decent amount of damage to that aggressive. The Borslow comes through, he has no infest, he has the armlet toggle, needs to be careful, the Spirit Siphon coming out, the glimpse back onto aggressive, gets him back in there. They get the grave off in time though, the open wounds will come through, they have the kinetic shield. There's the black hole, from the low ground, on to 3, Step as well as M1 are gonna get chewed down. 3 dead. Mushi gets a double kill. DJ, are you kidding me? From the low ground.
DJ, God, the crowd, he just goes insane as he hits the black hole of his life. And likely could just give this one up. The vision advantage with the Hawk does help. But nope, they're ready. They've actually got a smoke. They can bypass the Hawk with this, but
there's no way they take this in time. Fnatic need to get out. Mushi is going to be stunned by the boulder smash. They're going to come through. Showit looking for Ravage. Can't find it. Mushi pops the BKB early. Aggressive blinks in. Pops the rage as well. Still has his BKB ready to go. They really want to contest this and take it down as quickly as possible. They get the refresher for Ohio. It's coming out. Double Roar is ready. Can they find a kill off of this? Maybe he's walking up with the Silver Edge. Ohio's going to get caught first. Ravage catches onto two. Black Hole counter initiation. Static Storm on top. Aggressive is low. They get up to Static Storm. Showit pops the refresher. Not enough. Maybe he's getting chewed through by mid one. They get up the Roar. They'll lose two. They'll lose three. They buy back on the Tide. He's got another Ravage. They have no buyback on Maybe. What an initiation from DJ.
Secures another kill, and Tongfu is going to continue to push. They're not done. Mech still hasn't even been used. There's a hook. How? Brought all the way back to the base.
All right, everyone, welcome back to the Great American Rivalry. We've got some NA teams versus SA teams today. Quincy crew facing off with Vira-Lata Caramelo. First game of the series, going over to the side of Quincy crew in a very impressive and pretty clean game, honestly. But we're back with game number 2. I'm joined with Neff Sensei, and running production for us today is Pythian Legume. Neff, how does Vira-Lata tie this up? How do they come back, get that 1-1 here in the group stages? What do they need to do?
I think they need to play a little bit more aggressive. Last game, the major issue that both of us saw was they played a little bit afraid. The Nature's Prophet was farming the jungle,
5 seconds
forced out of lane pretty early, and he was afraid to split push or cut enemy waves until the leading men already had that blink dagger. So cut waves a little bit earlier, keep the enemies off your towers, and maybe play a little bit stronger lanes. It really felt like the Slark came online too slow. You have had a couple of issues with that hero as well, don't you?
Yeah, I've got some issues with it, but I think, like you said, I feel like Vira-Lata just wasn't moving fast enough. I think they need to be more aggressive, but they kind of started to have some difficulties during the lane phase, and that slowed them down quite a bit. I still feel like they could have done more even after the laning stage, though. Like you had said, you know, having the Underlord paired up with, you know, the two supports, getting some things done, making space on the map might have helped alleviate some of the pressure, and then also been allowed that then the Nature's Prophet could do that split pushing, because you'd have so many engaged on those three, and then the Slark could play catch up. But
Radiant team pick.
Earth Shaker.
okay, get something a little bit different this time. You get the Vira-Lata.
I like it. That hero wins a lot of games. I think it's been on like almost every TI winning team.
That's true. Thanks for some very epic clips. But the Clockwork pickup, I love Clockwork, and I feel like this is a pretty good patch for him as well. But just the fact that he can separate, like he does so much with this one hero, in my opinion. Separate fights. We saw Moon Meander was playing a lot of Clockwork earlier on in this tournament, and just the positioning can make or break a fight a lot of the times, and also just the presence of knowing that if you're off by yourself, there is a Clockwork lurking in the shadows. If you don't know where he is, you cannot be moving around the map as freely as you'd like. That's a South American special I haven't seen in a while.
Bane is actually pretty popular right now, believe it or not. Yeah, I've got this page open right now for 6k plus MMR stats. Bane is the highest win rate of all heroes.
10 seconds remaining.
What?
Yeah. And one of the reasons for that is he's so good at winning the lane. He has awesome stat gain. He trades with enemies really well with Brain Sap. And Nightmare is such a long disable. On top of that, just because of the Boots of Travel nerf as well, this kind of plays into it. You can send your Bane back to deal with enemy split pushers instead of any of your core heroes that would normally die. Just throw a Nightmare on them. In the time that it takes for the Nightmare to wear off, you can have several heroes rotate to kill whoever that is, and you just press the Fiend's Grip on them, and they're dead. Bane is just so awesome at stopping split pushing and catching out enemies by himself. Like, he's in
5 seconds remaining.
Position 5 hero. There's nobody else who can do that quite like he can.
But I also feel like this is one hero that does particularly well if he is winning. If he's behind, it's very difficult to catch up, in my opinion. right? Because this is not a hero that's going to be able to go and push out waves. It's not a hero that recovers super well if, you know, he's just getting picked off constantly by, say, a Mirana and a Clockwork.
Team ban.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. And the Mirana and the Clockwork pair very well with each other too, especially against somebody like Bane. Like, you try to save something to sleep or yourselves, Mirana's going to set up with an arrow, or you have to deal with Clockwork is running at you with a battery assault. Alright, players, that's enough of that.
Nothing but my sadness that you're gone.
They're just enjoying themselves, you know? They're flexing a little bit.
Remaining.
I mean, nothing but my sadness here. Ooh. Is that the level 2? Has he done level 2 with the labyrinth? I'm jealous, MSS. I only had time for level 1. I had to go to sleep for this cast today.
It's alright, it's alright. We'll bounce back later.
We're grinding this out later.
We're playing this tonight. We're not casting tomorrow, so tonight we ride.
Throw MSS.
Onto victory. Onto the level 2 labyrinth.
Remaining.
In 3, then 4.
5 seconds.
We'll get it.
Remaining.
We'll get it for sure. But are going through some of the bans now. So Mirana, Clockwork, very good synergy with one another. The Earthshaker, the Bane. Like you said, Bane has a pretty high win rate currently, and Earthshaker just provides some nice disable and some fight, which will make it very important for Quincy crew to be careful with their positioning.
Dire team ban.
Bans coming on now. The Viper, that one's it. Interesting. I feel like Viper is pretty good against the Earthshaker. Surprised to see them ban that one, but they're just afraid to play against it. Ban out the Enigma, the Void Spirit as well. I think they're trying to set up for their next pick being a mid hero here. They take.
Do you think so?
5
Ember,
seconds
Storm
remaining.
Spirit here.
Ember's taken out already. So is the Void Spirit. So the only 2 spirits left are the Earth Spirit and the Spirit.
Is gone. Storm would be an okay pickup. Doesn't like the Viper. Doesn't make too much.
Friends, let us skirmish. Friends, let us skirmish.
Great with you. It's getting to be a bit much. You think TA right now?
Yeah.
Like this early?
Maybe not this early. I think they're setting up for something. Is that somebody who
Okay.
carries the game pretty well by themselves? Doesn't like dealing with any of those heroes. But Caramel Dog's pick now. Bloodseeker's banned out on their side. They actually take Slark again.
That is an ARMS favorite. ARMS really loves playing Slark. I'm concerned that he's not going to accelerate fast enough. And it's pretty difficult for, I mean, I guess he can get some S and stack shifts off of, you know, right now, but
I don't know about this one, Moxie.
Yeah, I'm not super keen on the idea. I think there are other cores that are left in the pool. Potentially better, but again, like I said, ARMS, he really likes Slark.
Gives Quincy crew a lot of time to pick around this. Last time you started out 0-4. I really don't like what they're doing here.
Well, we'll have to wait. We'll have to see what they're preparing. Okay, well, perhaps they have some sort of a strategy, or they were just really afraid that the Slark was going to get banned, but
maybe they know something I don't.
that's possible. You don't like to read, so there are many things that you don't know.
True. Taking the time here for this pick on Quincy crew. Deciding what to take in response to this Bane and Slark. Splish bushing becomes a little bit less of a thing when you're dealing with Bane. Again, disable the back, Nightmare people, Fiends grip them up. When you're caught out by yourself. Not pleasant. Templar Assassin was originally a hero that's able to run around by himself. Suddenly when you're dealing with a Bane, Slark, Earthshaker,
Dire team pick.
might not be something you want to take at this point. They take the axe.
Friends, let us skirmish. Friends,
Interesting.
let us skirmish.
Alright, that's enough of that, you guys. Come on. I don't like Axe that much against Slark.
10 seconds remaining.
I'm gonna be real with you. You can dispel off the battle hunger.
5 seconds
He's
remaining.
happy to be in front of you, clicking you. Even when you get the returns with the spins, he's getting those essence shift stacks. He means stealing extra strength, getting extra agility, Slark is one of those melee heroes that is able to click down an axe, especially at the early levels before you have that many points in your counter helix. So, begs the question, what are they going to play with the axe in order to get them to play the Slark lane? Do they pick a Dazzle? If they pick that, then I think they're lacking damage. I mean, they have them around on the clockwork right now. I think they have to pick their other two core heroes.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they're going to pair up with the big axe boy here. It's kind of weird. They've got so many heroes that are very interchangeable as well, coming out from the side of Quincy.
Sad King comes out, something you don't see too often, but then you have very good lockdown right now. Earthshaker, Bane, Slark. A lot of tools to pick heroes off. And that really hinders a hero like Templar Assassin, or those run away with the game 1v5, so to speak, mid-heroes. When you have all these stuns, it becomes too difficult to play something like. And a lot
So what does Quincy Crew want to try to do right now, considering that they've got good, they've got great team fight for starters, but then followed up too, they do have great ways to counter, or not gank, but if someone's trying to split put, they can definitely just send the Bane back or whatnot, and then follow up with.
I think just something they can build to kind of sustain their push.
Radiant
Something that goes well with the clockwork axe. Okay, they've got Spectre now, and that's the opposite of what I've said. Spectre is extremely good in this patch, though. We've been talking about that a lot. It's one of the other heroes with a pretty high win rate at the moment. Right now, you want to be able to sit in your lane, you want to be able to farm. Taking fights against enemy heroes is so important with the recent kill gold and XP changes. So being able to jump just from farming to being on top of a hero, getting a kill, and quickly moving back again due to your presence with Haunt is much bigger than it was in 7.26.
So what Quincy Crew has provided at this time with their draft is they have a very active and aggressive lineup. So perhaps they're thinking that, because what is it? The Helmet the Dominator build is super popular on Spectre right now because it allows her to clear camps very quick, allows her to, step out in the lane if she wants to. But also, every time that there is a fight, you do have a hero that, yes, she's going to be, hyper farming, but also she can join it. Do have very aggressive lineups here on the side of Quincy Crew. So that's what I'm wondering, because typically, talk about the Spectre being kind of low impact early on. But with the changes that have been made to items, I feel like it's not terrible.
Friends, let us skirmish.
The Helmet of the Dominator, like you said, or drums, because they would change background and give you that extra movement speed. Both really good choices. So I've even seen people go Meteor Hammer on Spectre, which has been hilarious to watch. It's actually not terrible.
Definitely. That's not something that I thought I would ever hear anyone say. Meteor Hammer on Spectre. But yeah, a lot of these NA teams especially have been doing a lot of experimentation with the Meteor Hammer just to see if they're able to work it into a better build. Who knows, maybe that'll become more popular. Dota is a fascinating game.
Kanka banned out here next. I think that'd be another really solid hero. Just allow them to run at them. They'd be too tanky for these heroes on Quincy Crew to really bring down with the Spectre mid. See what they decide to pick up here. They could take something like a Dragon Knight. But yeah, you can take something like a Dragon Knight. Necrophos also a decent choice. What with all those strength heroes on their team, that would also give them the sustain they need. Able to push.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
I would like something rain. With Lena, maybe? Or no, they'll go for the Pango.
Makes a lot of sense.
Interesting.
See how they decide to respond to that one. Pango is an extremely annoying hero to play against. I absolutely hate this hero and the concept of Lucky Shot.
Oh yeah, you've went on the rant.
10 seconds remaining.
Remove it from the game.
They're not going to remove it. Oh, you're just going to have to learn to live with it now.
Friends, let us
or ban it every single game.
You can ban it every single game.
There you go. Finding solutions.
I'm glad that Lelis and MSS are such good friends.
What I understand, they're both really friendly, good dudes. So, all right.
Your heroes.
Huh. Oh, I forgot that Analog is a lone druid player, actually.
That one does make a bit of sense. It's okay against the Pangolier. It has a lot of HP when you use your ultimate, so it's hard for the Pangolier to really burst him down. You'll probably win the lane matchup because it's just 2 units that the Pangolier has to deal with. You can't disarm both of you. Makes things much more complicated for him. Because again, the most popular mid lane build for the Pangolier is just max Q and lucky shot. Disarm the enemy, make it so they can't take CS. Lone Druid is a good solution. And it's a takey frontliner as well, and just allows them to rip through these towers. Prior to picking up a Lone Druid, like they have a lot of team fight here, and they have a lot of stun, but they don't have that much ability to actually push and take the towers that quickly. Lone Druid will fix that for them. So I've
seen how fast that the bear just tears through build past. Who was it? I think it was I know J Marie. They picked that up for him for one game, but we also see Thunder Predator playing Lone Druid at one point.
That was, Thunder Predator against Beast Coast. It was Slark against Lone Druid in the mid lane. That was wild.
That game.
Wasn't a fun game to watch. I mean, the dismantling of Beast Coast was interesting. It's like watching somebody dissect a frog. That's how Kips put it when she was watching Secret Games.
Good lord.
Destroying people. Shout out to Kips.
Yeah, I think it was just it's just been a bad day for them because I believe East Coast bounced back pretty hard against Crazy, but holy moly! Days are just like that.
I heard that they didn't know they were playing until the previous day.
That's possible too.
Prep time, yeah.
Definitely, I don't think I've ever seen them ever get spanked so hard.
Not even against like tier 1 teams. Normally put up a pretty good fight. Well, they're a tier 1 team at this point, all things considered. I mean, they've taken down Enigma at the last major they were at, right? It's just a little bit hard.
Yeah, they did.
It's hard to gauge how good they are when they're locked in the South American region, which kind of sucks.
I miss LANs. I miss LANs so much. I miss seeing all these teams, playing against each other and seeing this sort of international meta develop.
I miss my friends. I miss traveling.
Yeah, that too. I'm sure everybody as well. Oh, and
that went bad.
Be around the Dota community.
Those were the days. Shame we'll never get them back.
Don't say that, dude. Yikes.
This makes it all worthwhile.
But here we go.
So this whole mess is
all
on
right.
your
They're
fault?
finally doing Analog, the God Gamer, double Quelling Blade, one on his bear, one on his hero. That's what I like to see. I was telling you this was going to be a thing.
Run like the dog.
Yeah, you were saying you were gonna see more
Ranged Quelling Blade.
more Quelling Blades on ranged heroes now that they had that little bit of change.
This guy knows what he's doing. I mean, you think about it, it's 6 damage for your ranged hero with 130 gold. Not bad at all. Standing at the bottom lane, SVG out for blood, and his 2 strength heroes don't look so tough when they both have to run away from him.
Scary little robot. Look at him. This guy's got the fire going. Yeah, look at Vira-Lata's like really afraid here. They go anywhere near, this clockwork. They won't go near UR. They're kind of hiding up because Lelis is posturing very hard in the top lane. Huh. You can't start off this way, Vira-Lata. You gotta show some fight in ya.
They might show some fights close to when the win spawn. He's gonna grab his. He grabs his burrow straight in the one. I think he's at a disadvantage, so he's just getting run.
He gave him the pepper. He gave him the pepper.
They actually did it. They got both bounty runes down here in the bottom lane. That's impressive. He's going to lose a bit of HP for it. Probably going to cost up 1 or 2 tangos, but Hijack gets out of there. Was forced to get Burrow Strike at level 1. Not having Sandstorm is a little bit of a bummer, but I think he'll be fine with it. It's actually a level 25 Earthshaker.
Yeah, I just noticed that. The guy that loves playing.
Ooh, he's got an Arcana. His taunt is called Yabba Dabba Doo.
I like it. I want to see more stuff like this. Battery assault. Start chasing off the Zershake. They'll be able to go land a stun. It's just SVG's very tanky. I don't know. Raiding quite a few hits here over with Cafretado. He's got a fissure. Needs to be careful. He's very low. Axis? Sorry, not Axis. That's his guild name?
Team.
Throwing me off with all these guilds.
You can't be sure if it's a guild, a team, a sponsor, a clan, anything.
A girlfriend sometimes.
Yeah, girlfriend sometimes. Sponsored by their girlfriends, a lot of these self-made players.
Definitely love them, that's for sure. The names a lot of the times. SVG a little bit here, but again, very tanky. Doesn't seem too concerned about it. Just keeps poking Cafretado back and forth. This bottom lane is a lot of things happening, while at the same time, nothing happening.
He is going to push it now. Get your advantage before. Once you have level 2 on both these heroes, you have this point in Aftershock or Enchant on them. You have this point in Sandstorm. Things get a lot easier for you. You're suddenly going to have those favorable trades. Ooh.
Nice burrow strike. They turns around to SVG. Bar. Both of them sitting very low.
That was an interesting interaction right there. I mean, the Clockwork had gotten enough distance from the tower to be outside of the aggro range, the 500 range, to be able to right-click those people under the cogs, but you are just aggro the tower onto himself, and he took a lot of damage there. They were winning this lane before. Now I think that they've taken so much. They aren't. On the bottom, they have to be pretty careful until the courier comes out with a little bit of healing.
Perhaps just a little bit too green. That dive. Take a look at some of these other lanes, though. Top lane looks like the Bane taking a lot of damage here.
I mean, this is where your action is right now.
Middle lane, too. Like Analog is going to be the first blood. Quinn just jumping around in circles.
Yeah. Diving the tower, so first kill on the Lone Druid, and again, it's going to be difficult for the first couple levels on the Lone Druid. Prior to him having Savage Lord, in order to get this Angolier off of him, he's in trouble. That doesn't happen until level 4, so a little bit annoying when you go down right there. Quinn is pretty happy about that. Get an early advantage. If you get his Javelin just a little bit quicker, you can get that before Lone Druid hits level 6. It's pretty easy to bring him down. In fact, he's without his bear for another 30 seconds here. He has to resummon it at some point.
That feels bad. Quinn is definitely going to try to take advantage of this. A couple of these hits. Totally out of regen now, using the final tango on that Lone Druid. Just be careful. While this is going down, they find a kill in the top lane.
Friends, let us skirmish.
I will say that Lelis is an absolute beast on Axe. Definitely one of those players that thrive on the heroes that are able to be very aggressive very early. Saboteur comes out. It's at the bottom, though.
Let us skirmish.
Hey, Quinn's gonna get this, and the Analog is going to die shortly after, if not right now. Sitting at very low HP. One more swashbuckle, and then maybe another melee attack is going to be.
Hijack?
Oh no, grab it on the.
They're gonna be able to find this kill on Hijack. Go with the fissures. You are sitting very low. Throws out the dagger. They just don't quite have enough damage. I don't think they can get him in time. Now SVG has to be a little careful. Lane.
Analog forced to use the little gold that he has on the healing salves. This is going really poorly for him.
Oh, Cafretado finding the kill on Yoar. SVG now chasing after him. Should be able to clean up here. But you just lost your safe lane core to an Earthshaker.
It's
Wanna see.
definitely not worth that exchange. I'm not sure exactly how that went down there. It's like he just ran at him with battery assault and that was it.
They've been flirting on and off the entire time in this lane. Exchanging amounts of damage, so it definitely wasn't a fast thing. It was like a slow chipping down and then they just maybe didn't quite calculate correctly. But top lane, they get a nice call off Cafretado making his own rotation though. Looks like they should be able to get the kill on Lelis, and Arms is going to be able to go and collect that kill. just narrowly surviving that. Middle lane too, they're going for a deep dive over here onto Analog, and they'll be able to find that, get the kill. First Rolling Thunder being used as well. And everybody farming
down here.
I couldn't tell, alright? I saw two people, it looked like they were taking some damage from each other in the bottom lane.
It's calm, at least one of these lanes, but Lone Druid is having an extremely rough time. Now level 7 on the Pangolier, 4 points in the Swashbuckler. You have your Javelin complete. Lone Druid resummons his bear. He's got a haste right now. He could bring this guy down. Ted looks like he might rotate top lane. He's thinking about it. He knows that this guy just resummoned his bear.
Yeah, look at Quinn. No, he's got Analog in his sights. He's gonna just keep chasing after him. Bear is nearby though. He's gonna try to be a little bit careful. We'll get one of those roots up.
Get a Swashbuckle. He's gonna go for it. Do it, Quinn.
Is he gonna do it?
Come on, Quinn.
Thinking about it. Oh. He's getting closer. He's going for it. No, he doesn't manage to go and land it. Another root coming out though from the bear. We'll have the Rolling Thunder.
Yeah. He's a genius.
Meanwhile, while this is going on, there is a fight in the top lane as well as finds himself another kill. Might actually pay for this with his life though, as he will get taken down by SVG kills in the bottom lane too. Oh my god, Arrow comes out on arms. Are they going to be able to find a kill? They will indeed.
Friends, let us skirmish.
In the wrong place. 3 heroes going down for Caramelo Dogs, and you're only 4,000 gold up at 7 minutes into the game.
That feels bad. That feels bad.
Go to plus in is a 72% win chance for the Radiant right now.
I think this Lone Druid is struggle busing pretty hard. I'm not sure what's the best method for him to try to recover right now.
I mean, here's what he does. He's doing a decent job at the moment. He has to be careful while he's sitting in this mid lane, because again, you have to be worried about CC&C jumping on you with the Swashbuckle, and whenever you're sitting beside these ramps here, it becomes very easy for him to just chain stun you with his Rolling Thunder. So he has to watch his position on the map. When you know that he's gone, it's safe for you to come to the mid lane, you shove it in as quickly as possible, and you start farming the camps around. But he's at some disadvantage when he has to constantly deal with that threat. Here we go.
Alright, rotation coming out. Furtado making his way to the mid lane. Quinn rolling on. The SVG also just walking away. Fisher will connect. Taking some of the heat though off of UR here in the bottom lane, which I'm pretty happy about because they haven't had to commit anything too hard here. But UR was a little nervous, although they do manage to find arms over here. He's going to try to pounce away. Clockwork only sitting at level 5. He had a little bit more damage. He's going to be able to go, and they find it. Quinn cleaning up with the Swashbuckle. He's going to go grab from Pedrolos, and there's nothing that he can do there. SVG is dominating. It's now off to the side. Murata's on the hunt. She sees Furtado. Quinn trying to get the final hit. It looks like it's going to live a little bit longer, but one more hit will do the trick, and MSS hunts herself down.
Unfortunately, all they really did in trying to help their core there was get killed themselves. So 3 kills going the way of Quincy through, and things seem to be going from bad to worse. And again, maybe having a little bit better of a game on this Slark, but I really don't see this paying off. It's very low on CS, especially compared to these Quincy crew. You're at what? 2.7k because that Spectre, I would argue, is a little bit harder than any phase. Up to 1,000 gold on you.
I feel like they shouldn't be allowed to be diving this hard over here. Pedrolos just getting obliterated. SVG now forced back. Does have the battery assault running. They don't have the arrow. Quinn starting to think about using that Rolling Thunder. Just keeps posturing with it. Throw out the lucky shot. Does connect over onto Analog, and they commit. They're going to go in for it. They want to take down Analog. They don't want to allow this Lone Druid to do anything else here. But we'll take down the bear, and it looks like the Big Papa is next. They chase after Analog. Do they have the damage? MSS, he was thinking about it. Isn't going to go in for it, though. Furtado needs to be careful. Is forced to use his own stick, as they will be able to go take him down. And now SVG using that battery assault. They have the haunt out. They're looking. They're trying to find anything here. As now Pedrolos, he's scared. He's trying to run away, hide in the trees, but you can't run from the ghost lady. And Hijack now. They have the vision. They have the sentry. They can see him. SVG, he's throwing out the body blocks. Throws out the cogs. Doesn't want to allow Hijack to grab him. As that's another kill now for MSS.
Yeah, Spectre just making things that much worse, rotating from across the map. Still has a town portal scroll off of cooldown as well. Just absolute domination from them. And again, I'd argue that you had a little bit of a better early game lineup here on the Caramel Dogs. They're just getting destroyed everywhere. I think they've lost every lane.
I would say they have, yeah.
Friends,
you need to say you got up at least one of your lanes here. I mean, I don't know where they go going forward. I mean, they have a lot of disabled. They can pick people off by themselves, but Quincy Crew isn't allowing them any opportunities. Mid lane. Earthshaker just trying to get any XP he can. It's 11 minutes in the game. You're sitting on level 4 just a second to go. He's desperate for his ultimate right now.
I mean, he's had to run all over the map, right? Like, it's been very, very difficult for him.
He's winded.
They just keep fighting nonstop. I'm sure he's a little winded. Maybe he needs to exercise a little bit more, get his stamina back up. But, I mean, when you've got Quinn running at you nonstop, look at this. They use the Rolling Thunder again in the mid lane. I don't think Quinn has left this lane. I think he's just lifted. He's just gonna go rolling right back in again. He collects an easy kill. MSS pops the Moonlight Shadow here. The Clockwork need a little bit of help. Start getting poked out by Arms, but do they have the detection? They do have the Sentry over on the side, but that does belong to the Dire here. Hijack. Quinn, he just can't stop, won't stop. Look at this guy. Mirana, can she get the final hit? Going. MSS, he wants this. He's gonna be able to go and collect.
This is a 4v5 fight as well. Axe is just in the top lane, having the time of his life, farming up his Blink Dagger here. Earthshaker tries to TP tops. He's an opportunity to get a little bit of CS, but he doesn't know the Axe has got his Blink now. He's
Axe
got
has
no
his
Echo
Blink.
Slam.
Oh, no.
Get out of there! He's not gonna make it.
Oh Lord, he's coming. Look at him. Lilith. Wiggity Sooty, he's coming for that Earthshaker booty.
Here it comes.
Very patient. You gotta look at this. Couple of these nice procs. Just needs one more hit to do the trick.
And he's not going.
Slowly melt him down and doesn't even need to. He just stares at him while he dies.
Let us skirmish.
F in chat. I don't know. I feel like they're just hemorrhaging right now. Look at this. SVD places a ward, baits him into it. This is gonna be a dead Bane. Hijack making his way over. He does have the epicenter. They decide they want to use it. SVG trying to juke around over to the corner. Will get taken down, but Quinn getting that perfect area to just go bounce around Arms. He's gonna get dunked by the Axe. Epicenter coming out from York. He's trying to do anything he can, but he doesn't have the damage here. Bar's gonna be able to walk back. Hijack now trying to run away, and they can't go fast enough. They're just got too much damage. The call comes out again with another dunk. Analog now trying to run away. This little owlbear is terrified for his life. It's a triple kill and an ultra kill now for Lilith.
I think they might just pause here. That was a slaughter. Ultra kill for Lilith. The bear is dead and it's not coming back up. He just resummoned it for that fight.
I don't think the Vira-Lata boys like to call game, honestly. I think they're definitely the type of people that will fight until they can't anymore.
It's a 98% win probability for Quincy Crew here at 13.
Never tell them the odds, Neff. Never tell them the odds.
I don't know about this one. Not a single hero went down there. The Quincy Crew. And you've killed the Clockwork once. You've gotten the Axe a couple of times just because of how far he's had to dive forward, but this feels awful.
Hard matchup.
Now, now going back for a Radiance after getting a Yasha and drums.
Pawn comes out, they spot Hijack here, they have the dust. Sad little Sandy King, he still has a Burrow Strike, but it doesn't matter. Quinn was waiting in the trees.
They're more than happy to rotate for the Sand King. They're now standing in front of this tier 1 tower, and Spectre starts to bring it down. Top lane.
Max, top lane, he's looking, he's waiting, he blinks forward. Isn't quite going to be able to grab Caffertato here.
Does miss the call, but
down. I don't know if Arms wants to. Yeah, look at this. Quinn shows up. Arms says, absolutely not. Caffertato, you are on your own. Analog gets taken down by MSS and SVG here in the middle lane.
Bear wasn't up
Night,
bottom tower is under attack.
Night is dark and full of terrors, and everywhere you look, there's Quincy Crew.
Shaker didn't manage to get out of that, but he's not any closer to his Blink Dagger now.
Dire's top
Even these
tower
town
is
portal
under
scrolls are
attack.
costing him gold every time he needs to TP out of the enemies. 90 gold gone.
Shadow Dance will come out on arms. First we go, hold him into place. Try to Dark Pact away. Fissure comes out. Oh, nice arrow being thrown out from the Miranda. They're paying attention too much to trying to protect the core. The ward does get taken down though in the bottom lane. Bit of silver lining here for the side of Vira-Lata.
That was, they used the 2 heroes in mid lane as bait and then dropped 2 ultimates on the Spectre. Oldest trick in the book.
Hey, you take what you can get, right?
Yeah. Got some use out of the epicenter there. Set up with the Fiend's Grip. Extremely long duration to save it now. Actually, 7, 8 seconds. 120 people.
They're not going to be able to take this tower though. Look already. Quincy crew is rotating bottom. Axe is TP'd in. He's smoked up. He's looking at them.
Yeah, and from the other side.
This pincer. CSVG. Caretaker nearby. Hookshot comes in. They're going to try to take down Pedrolas first. Arrow's going to come out. There's not going to be a bang for this battle at all. Bella's still waiting. Has the